Today's episode is brought to you by Inksighted. You brand you.
Do y'all know what time it is? Do y'all really know what time it is? It's time to grab your popcorn, grab your best beverage. It's time to relax your ears. Wrestling season has returned, baby. Ooh, yeah. That's right. And it's time for your main event. Coming down the aisle, we have the one, Bobby Wrestles. And he is accompanied by the beautiful Meow. This is the main event. Welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast.
Yo. Testing. Is this thing on? I'm your man. Let's have a discussion with wrestling fans. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Determined by where you are. Welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast. And today we're having a deep dive show. I'm Bobby Wrestles. Shortly I will be joined by the beautiful Meow Moore. She's back, folks. She's back. Folks, we are talking about us as individuals, as wrestling fans. What type of fan are you? This is a question we've been pondering for days, for about a week maybe. Hello to everybody in the chat. Fandito, Ellie Underdown, Mick Thompson. I know you're excited, Mick. I know you're excited. Folks, we're talking about wrestling fans. What type of fan are you? And let me open the floor here. I'm gonna open the floor. All right, so we've come up with 4 categories of fans. All right, and a lot of you have chimed in. We've had debates over social media, over YouTube. You've expressed what type of fan you may think you are, but I'm going to give you some insight. All right, so I have 4 categories of wrestling fans: casual, objective, subjective, and crazed fanatic. You know, and these are interchangeable. We're not always subject to one category all the time. They interchange. We could become one type of fan and then resort back to our primary category. Also, I want to ask you guys, what's your greatest wrestling moment? We've had many. And this relates to not just being at a live event. It could be a wrestling moment that you've experienced on live TV. It could be an independent wrestling show. It could be you witnessing somebody else have their greatest wrestling moment. Perhaps that was your greatest wrestling moment. We're going to talk about that. For me, my greatest wrestling moment will probably be the Philadelphia debut of All Elite Wrestling. I was invited by Ray Raw, who's in Florida right now. We went. Actually, it was an anniversary show. It was a 1-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite. And of course, we got to witness the multiple shows. You had Rampage taping. You had Dynamite live in Philadelphia. Mick, I'll see you later, bro. No worries. And it was great because you can see part of this on our entrance video for this show. I was in a fan. I was with the fans out in the crowd. Wrestlers came by me. Some crazed fanatic who was next to me caused me to drop my phone. My phone flipped and fell. It was crazy. We're in the audience singing Judas. That's also featured in my entrance video. And that was my greatest wrestling moment because I actually got to experience everything from just being a witness to what was going on in the ring to actually being involved in the crowd. All right, so very, very interesting stuff. So what is your greatest wrestling moment? Feel free to chime in the live chat and share with us. If you want to call in later, go ahead and do that. Tantalizing Tony. Never late, bro. Never late. Thanks for popping in, man. Tantalizing Tony. Folks, if you are unfamiliar with Tantalizing Tony, make sure you check out his channel on YouTube. I believe he's doing a live stream tonight, a watch along for Collision. All right. He's also on Twitter and Instagram as well. All right. Yeah. Hit the likes, everybody. Hit the likes. All right. So we're talking about wrestling fans. Now, me personally, I consider myself to be an objective wrestling fan, and I'll go a little bit deeper. So if you're a casual wrestling fan, you don't always follow the sport. You know, if you have time, you may sit down and watch a little bit of wrestling. You don't follow the wrestlers. You don't know their records. You may have some memories from being a wrestling fan from you being younger. And then you may go and get a little bit serious from time to time, but you're a casual wrestling fan. You pop in when you feel like it. You don't feel committed to the sport at all. All right. Those are casual wrestling fans. Then you have objective wrestling fans. Objective wrestling fans, like myself, we deal with logic. Who should win this match? Who's better pound for pound on paper? What does the analytics and the factual data show? As a business mind, how should we run this show? Okay? We don't have time for fickle fans who they go whichever way the wind blows, right? I'm non-fickle fan Bobby. Okay? That's my nickname, that's my mantra. Non-fickle fan Bobby. I want to know what's best for business. Then we have subjective fans. Okay? Subjective fans are ruled by their emotions. How does this make me feel? The winner of this match, how would it make me feel? What's the feeling of the crowd, right? You know, I want this person to win because I feel like they should win. All right? Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing to be a subjective fan, because at some point in time as wrestling fans, we're all emotionally involved. We're all emotionally invested. Then we have our crazed fanatics. All right? So the crazed fanatic is a wrestling fan who just is berserk. Give me wrestling morning, noon, and night. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how bad it is. Some may think that crazed fanatics are irrational. And believe it or not, most of our fickle fans, they fall within the crazed fanatic, because they make comments and opinions based on being a crazed fanatic. There's no logic. There's no reason. Tantalizing Tony, you said you were a crazed fanatic. I disagree. I think your personality has a lot of emotion and excitement and energy. But if I had to guess, I would say you are an objective wrestling fan because you have a business mind. And again, all of these categories, they go back and forth. They go back and forth. They interchange. So, folks, I'm just a voice. I'm just a voice. On this microphone, I'm just a voice. She's the face. She's the face that runs the place. Ladies and gentlemen, mi amor. Mi amor. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty sure everybody's missed you. You're the face that runs the place. We're talking about wrestling fans, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a summary here. We have 4 categories, and I want you to place yourself within these categories. Okay? There's 4 categories. You have the casual fan, and that's the person that just they get to watch wrestling at any time. They find time. They might watch it here, might watch it there. They don't necessarily follow the sport, but they like the sport. Then you have objective, who I consider myself to be. I want to know the facts, the stats, the data. I want to know all of this stuff. Then you have subjective, which means they're fans that are just based purely on emotion. They put their feelings out on their sleeves. And then you have the crazed fanatic who just loves all types of wrestling all day. So if you had to guess, what type of fan do you think you are?
I would say more of like an emotional fan.
Really? So you're a subjective wrestling fan?
Maybe.
All right. So we did have a little bit of a debate, guys. I had a debate with Ellie Underdown on YouTube, on our YouTube comments. And I'll show you how it went. I'll put the information on the screen. All right. So this was our debate. And Ellie, I don't know if she'll agree or disagree, but we had to talk about Roman Reigns versus Jay, Cody versus Brock. Okay, and I asked, was Cody and Brock Lesnar, do we get more the same? Are we going to see this again? She said, in front of 60,000 plus, I'm in. Now, if I had to go off that comment alone, I would say she's a subjective fan because she wants to feel it. She wants to experience it. In terms of data and what's best for business, she might not. That's just my opinion, all right? And it goes on and on and on. We went back and forth. But what type of wrestling fan are you? All right, so we'll get back into this in a little bit. Right now, folks, we're going to have our Wrestling Online report. All right, folks, wrestling-online.com. There's a few things I want to touch on. First of all, Big E. Do you miss Big E, Myanmar?
I didn't even know he was gone.
Folks, Big E. Big E of the New Day. He had a broken neck. You remember Myanmar, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think we really miss him.
Oh, so Myanmar doesn't miss. I miss Big E. All right, so former WWE champion Big E, he told Corey Graves on his After the Bell podcast that he's feeling great, but there's no timetable for his return. Unfortunately, I do not have a timetable, but the great thing is I feel 100%. I don't even feel like someone who broke their neck. Big E said, my mobility is incredible. It's great. My strength is great. I have no issues whatsoever. The New Day member, however, said the doctors gave him no answers on a return, saying he got nothing in that regard. So we do know how important the doctors are in WWE. You can have an energy and feel 100%, but if you don't get the clear from the docs, you ain't coming back. Survivor Series headed to Chicago. Now I feel kind of mixed emotions about this because Survivor Series is going to be on Thanksgiving Day. Do you think that's a good idea, Myanmar?
Yeah, why not? Everyone's gonna be home eating, sitting on their couch. What are they gonna be doing?
I agree with you to a degree, but I kind of feel like those wrestling fans are at the mercy of whoever house they go to. You know, Thanksgiving, we travel to family members.
It seems like they need to make some alternative plans then.
Okay, so you're saying that wherever they go, they should be watching wrestling.
If you're a wrestling fan and you want to watch wrestling on Thanksgiving Day, maybe you should keep your ass home.
Okay. Myanmar has spoken. Lastly, folks, AEW All In. 75,000 tickets have been distributed. So, ticket tracking service WrestleTix is reporting that All In has surpassed the 75,000 mark for tickets distributed, and Wembley Stadium has now been set up to hold nearly 88,000 fans. The show has around 68,000 paid tickets, according to Dave Meltzer, and it's more or less around 10,000 paid tickets away from having the largest paid number in professional wrestling history, surpassing WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas. All In stands to gain $8.6 million in gate money, which will shatter any AEW record and also smashes any wrestling record in the United Kingdom. How huge is that, Myanmar?
That's really huge.
Yeah, that's crazy. For them to surpass any premium live event that WWE has ever had is huge. Huge. All right. So this has been a Wrestling Online report, folks. To get your daily dose in an email of wrestling news, make sure you go to wrestling-online.com, click on newsletter, and join this group. Once you click that button, you enter your email, and once done, you will be able to receive a daily dose of wrestling news and information courtesy of Colin Vasallo of Wrestling-Online. All right. She's deep in thought, folks.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not in the mood for this today, but I'm here, so.
She's here. She is here. So, folks, who's calling in? Is somebody calling in? Please let me know. I want to make sure that this isn't a troll. Put that in the chat, please, 'cause I don't really recognize this number.
A troll?
Uh-huh.
Who cares if it's a troll?
All right, if they call back, me, Amore, I want you to take this call. So, what kind of wrestling fan are you? We have some comments. Mick Thompson. He says, welcome back. Welcome back, mi amor. All right.
Okay, so Mick Thompson, I'm going to correct you for a second because I know you love me and I appreciate you. My name is mi amor, not me. Okay, so when you text my name, put mi amor because it's mi amor.
We have a caller. We have a caller on the
That's the first
line.
name here, okay?
Who's on the line?
This is Tantalizing Tony, the one and only.
Tantalizing Tony is on the line. What's up, bro? What are your thoughts about what we're talking about?
Shoot, before I get into my thoughts, first of all, it's always great to see the lovely Mia Moore, the face that runs the place in the building. Oh, great to see her. That's number one.
Thank you.
Number two, you're so welcome, my dear. Two, Bobby Rasmus killing the game. Loving to see you on a lot more. When you two guys are on the screen, the whole room lights up. Actually, I was laying in the bed all day, and I got my notification. I've been in a depressed mode today, and I just did one of those days, nothing specific. Sometimes you're feeling down, and I saw you two on the screen, and it motivated me to get up and call in, man. So I love both of you. Thank you guys for that.
Thank
Oh,
you.
we love you too, Tony. Tantalizing one.
Tantalizing one.
I understand a lot of one, yes, that is true. But let me just chime in real quick on this. And then I want to take care of a personal thing after I say this to you guys, because I really want to say this on air and I want people to hear me. But look, Bobby, you said that I'm not a fanatic in aspect of, like, I know the business. And you're right. But honestly, I think I'm a crazed, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, off the chain, falling down drunk wrestling fan, because if I could stay home and watch wrestling all day, and that's all I could do, that's what I would do. Look, this is what I'm trying to do, what I'm doing with my channel, because I want to get paid to watch wrestling. That's my job, my passion, my life. So I think it's okay to be crazy as long as you know how to focus it in the right direction. You agree?
I agree, but I kind of disagree because I know you want to see wrestling all the time and you'll watch it all day, but you're objective. When something happens that you don't like, you express it. You say, this should not have happened. When a direction goes a certain way, or when corporations decide not to put somebody on TV, you express it. A crazed fanatic won't even care.
That's true. That is true. I guess you're right about that. I am objective. I mean, I am opinionated as well, but I do listen to the other side of the story. But I'm gonna tell you the true story. This is not me just blowing smoke or pandering. Ever since I met you guys, you and me and more, and I've dealt with you and the All About Wrestling podcast, I've gained a different level of objectiveness, because you're very, it's funny because you're very low key and monotone, and me and more is the boom, 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 outgoing one. So like you guys balance, and I see that with you guys. So I take a piece out of both of you guys from that. So I've become a little more objective because of this show and because of you guys. That is true.
All right. And I agree. And I think we feed off of each other when it comes to your live streams.
No way. I think he feeds off of you and he feeds off of me. Because like you said, we're the energy, right?
Oh my God.
And I have to say, sometimes, my mouth gets me into trouble. Like, people don't like to hear the truth sometimes. So, I mean, that could be a downfall for some people.
That should never, first of all, me and boy, that should never be a downfall, because if you are the fire, the spark that lights the fire, that's great. That's why you complement each other. And look, the truth, they say it shall set you free. So don't stop telling the truth. If that's your truth and you believe it, stick with it. That's the way. I love that about this show and you guys. But look, I'm always taking up so much time, but I want to say something on a personal note. And I know it's a wrestling show, but look, we're family. I'm going to say it. Look, Tantalizing Tony endorses these two. He endorses Mia Moore. He endorses Bobby Wrestles. He endorses the All About Wrestling podcast. These two guys have made my life so much better to be in my life and be my friends. Like I said, they welcome me into their home. I know their family. And that makes me feel, I don't have a lot of people in my life. So I want to tell you guys, I love you both very much.
Love you too.
We love you too.
Well, before you go, I have another question. What is your, and I already know what you're going to say. What is your greatest wrestling moment?
Listen, you might be wrong because I have a few. So here's the thing, guys. Everyone who knows that I got to open WrestleMania this year on the pre-show was cutting a great promo. I got to admit it. Listen, it was a great promo. It was off the cuff. It was passionate. It was a WrestleMania moment, something you can never have. Then, of course, I go to a lot of wrestling shows with my daughter, Kira, who's my producer. But I got to tell you something. My greatest wrestling moment, and I've been to a lot of them, was this past Monday night on Raw. And let me tell you why. My 6-year-old son, Mikey, magnificent Mikey, Monday night Mikey, we got to sit second row. We were 5 feet away from Brock Lesnar. And I wasn't watching the show. I was watching him. Because every time I go to these shows, I'm so like, oh, let me get this footage. Let me take a picture. Let me take a video. Let me put it on my channel. But I took a break from actually working, and I enjoyed the show. And I actually got to watch it through Michael's eyes and watch his face light up. And it was the most incredible moment of my wrestling life because I was there with Tantalizing Tiny. That's his nickname now, Tantalizing Tiny. So it was just, that was my greatest moment. I mean, I've had a lot. Look, me and Kira make moments all the time. She's my ride or die. She's my right hand. But to see that little kid look at Brock Lesnar and say, Dad, he looks like a monster. It was just a thing ever, man.
Shout out to Monday Night Mike and Kara.
Yeah.
Bro, before you go, I want you to promote your, God bless you.
Thank you.
I want you to promote your show tonight. You're doing a live stream, right? God bless you.
Thank you.
Live show tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Tantalizing Tony Wrestling Show. We do a watch along Collision. We break down everything with the AEW with Collision, CM Punk versus Samoa Joe in a rematch. These guys have the longest rivalry in Ring of Honor history. It's going to be a great match. Hope you guys can all join us. But before I do go, let me just say this, and I know I say this all the time. If you're watching this show, everybody, these two are ride or die, and this more goes to Mia Moore. Mia Moore, I want to tell you this. This is just for you. I love Bobby. This is just for you. You keep doing what you're doing. Everyone loves you. You're a great mom. You're a great woman. I'm telling you, Bobby knows this. If I could take a strand of your hair and replicate you, I would do it because you are the best. And like I said, if you have any friends that need a man in your life, tell them to call. I love you guys very much. I mean that.
Oh, we love you too. And I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
I know, girl. Y'all have a great day. You guys keep this show going. Hit the likes, everybody. And as always, do what I do best, and that's stay champ and stay tantalizing. Love you.
Love you.
You too, bro. Awesome. Tantalizing Tony, ladies and gentlemen. And Mia Moore, I wanted to get your opinion on what is your greatest wrestling moment?
God, why you always put me on the spot like this?
Because everybody wants to know.
So annoying.
Everybody wants to know what Mia Moore's greatest wrestling moment is.
Guys, I don't even really think I have one, honestly. Like, let me think. I gotta think hard about this one. That means I don't have one.
You have one. Whether you were at home watching a pay-per-view or at a show.
I think my best wrestling moment was when Bianca Belair won the women's title.
That's a good one.
I think that was my best moment because I love her and I think she really deserved it.
Awesome. That's a good one. That's a really good one. And folks, see, there you have it. Our greatest wrestling moments, whether we're watching it.
Oh, yeah. And my other greatest wrestling moment was when The Rock was born. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, gosh. You're going to have a lot of people angry.
Oh, man. Get that guy back in the ring.
Oh, boy. Dwayne.
If you guys get him back in the ring, that'll be my first best wrestling moment.
Dwayne, if you're watching this, You gotta get back in the ring.
Hey, me and your daughter have the same name, so like, yeah, let's go. No, Bobby, you took my face off though.
Well, you know, you're displaying shakers on screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a kid over here, like handing all this.
And that's
to
even
me.
better.
Like, are you kidding me? Stop.
All right,
All
folks.
right, guys, I have to go babysit now. I'll see you later.
Oh, she's leaving.
He's complaining. What am I supposed to do?
She's leaving.
I can't bring my kids to work.
They're here. They're here. Folks, what are your thoughts? What type of wrestling fan are you? Fandito, if I had to say. And by the way,
Go take it over
talk to
there.
them, Myanmar. I'm going to
Take it over
display.
there.
I'm going to get Fandito's shirt and show everybody what we made for him. Just give me a second, guys.
I can't see the chat, so I can't answer any questions that you guys have. But yeah, I think the Bianca Belair was my best moment in wrestling. What else? Let me think. I think as a child, my best wrestling moment was when Chyna was around. I love Chyna. I think she's a great wrestler, and I love that Rhea Ripley and Dominic are like a replica of, you know, Triple H and Chyna. Is it Triple H and Chyna? Yeah. So I like that. I don't know how I feel about Dominic, but Rhea Ripley looks really great, and she definitely be holding her own when it comes to Dominic, because that dude is hilarious. I almost wonder, like, what is going to happen with them, because I know something is going to happen, but when and what?
Right. I agree. I definitely agree. Micah does it. Says he's not a fan of AEW. As a child, so I guess this is his greatest wrestling moment. As a child, Cena versus HBK, WrestleMania 23. How about that? What kind of fan are you, Micah? Are you a crazed fanatic? Are you an emotional fan or an objective fan? Excuse me. Folks, Inksighted does it again. We created a shirt for Fandito, our moderator. Here it is right there. Fandito. This will be available for purchase August 1st. We're actually going to send this out to Fandito, courtesy of Inksighted. And what type of shirts do you like? We can create anything you like. Whoever your greatest wrestler is. Your greatest podcaster, Myanmar.
Y'all don't want my shirt, because I'm going to stick my ass on it, and I don't think your wives are going to like that.
I think they would want that. Guys.
He said that no one would buy my shirt if I put my butt on it. So, like...
I said their girlfriends won't like it, and you said it yourself. Their wives and their girlfriends won't like it, but it's Myanmar. You got to buy the shirt. All right. Guys, this has been real. Any last comments? Any last thoughts?
Yes.
Michael does it, says, you know, I don't know how to answer that question, honestly. We're a bit of everything. We are. Primarily, like I said earlier, I'm an objective fan. I look for the logic and the reasoning behind it. What's best for business in terms of, and then that goes against what's best for the fans. Because sometimes if you're running a business, you have to make business decisions as opposed to making fan decisions. Myanmar has a message. Let's party. Myanmar says let's party, guys.
It's Saturday. Let's party. Party over here. I'm just playing. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, wow.
Y'all.
All right, guys. Look, tune in tonight to Tantalizing Tony's live stream. He's doing a watch along for AEW Collision. And it's been real, folks.
Thanks for
joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Hit the likes. Hit the subscribe.
Hit the likes.
Join. You already know. Share.
That's right. Folks, we'll catch you guys later. Take it easy.